not by force but by delay. My child, you have always been patient. You were taught to wait, to think, to move carefully. But this moment is different. What worked before will not protect you now. Nearly 70% of those approaching retirement admit they postpone decisions they now regret. Nearly 60% say they waited too long to adjust and paid the price quietly. Delay feels safe, but delay is costly. I need you to hear this with clarity, not fear. There is a narrow window open right now in your life. A window to reposition, to simplify, to prepare your ground for stability instead of stress. But windows do not stay open forever. The spirit of delay will whisper to you, tomorrow will be better. Think about it later. You have made it this far. Just keep going. No, that voice has stolen more peace than any external crisis ever could. Because while you delay, costs rise, options shrink, energy fades, and what could have been simple becomes heavy. I am not asking you to panic, I am calling you to move with awareness. Act while your strength is still with you. Decide while your mind is still clear. Align while the opportunity is still present, because obedience now creates peace later. Clarity now prevents confusion later. Action now secures what delay would erode. I did not bring you through decades of endurance to let hesitation steal your reward at the end. So rise above the habit of waiting. This is not pressure, this is protection. And what you choose in this moment will echo into the years you have left. Stand up, not physically, but in your spirit, because this is your moment of decision. My child, you are not at the end, you are at the threshold. You thought this season meant slowing down, but I tell you, it is a time of alignment. Everything you have lived, everything you have endured has brought up here to this exact point where clarity must become action. So listen me closely. Release what is draining you, simplify what is overwhelming you, focus on what truly sustains you. Not everything deserves your energy anymore. Not every worry deserves your attention anymore. This is how you protect your final years. Nearly 80% of peace in this season will come not from gaining more, but from carrying less. Less stress, less noise, less unnecessary burden, and more of what matters. More stillness, more wisdom, more presence with me. Do not measure your life now by accumulation. Measure it with by alignment, because I am shifting you from survival into stewardship, from pressure into peace, from uncertainty into trust. And yes, I see you fear. The question you don't say out loud, will I be okay? Hear me clearly. I am your provision. I am your covering. I am your peace. You will not be walk these years alone, but you must meet me halfway. With trust instead of hesitation, with action instead of delay, with faith instead of silent fear. Now do this with me. Type Amen, not for me, but for your own alignment. Seal this moment, own this decision, and if you this message reached you deeply, you already know why you felt it. Honor that string. Because this is not just a message, this is your final decree. Come closer, you have heard the warning. Now, hear the promise that follows obedience. My child, I am not a voice of fear, I am a voice of completion. You have seen the pressure, you have felt the uncertainty, you have carried the weight. But what you have not yet seen is what I have been preparing. Because while you were wearing, I was working. While you were calculating, I was aligning. While you were losing sleep, I was securing what you could not see. Nearly 85% of what you fear will never happen the way your mind imagines it. But what will happen depends on whether you align now or delay again. This is difference. Those who ignore this moment will continue in cycles, stress, confusion, reaction again and again. But those who listen, those who act, those who trust, they step into something different. Stability in uncertain times, peace when others are restless, provision when that does not follow the system but follows beyond it. This is not luck, this is alignment. You are not too late, you are not forgotten, you are not disqualified, you are being repositioned. I am not taking from you, I am refining what remains. I am not reducing your life, I am focusing it. I am not ending your story. I am completing it with strength, not struggle. So release the fear of not enough. Release the pressure of what if. Release the habit of carrying everything alone. And receive this instead. I am your provider when numbers fail. I am your peace when systems shake. I am your future when the path looks unclear. Now listen. This next season will respond to panic. It will respond to peace. It will respond to wisdom. It will respond to trust. So choose differently, stand differently, think differently, walk differently, and watch what happens. If you feel this in your spirit, do not ignore it. Type Amen and seal your alignment. And if this message carried weight in your heart, honor it fully. Because what is coming next will be for everyone, but it will be for you. Breathe. Do not rush past this because what I am about to reveal is what your heart has secretly been hoping for. My child, you have feared one thing more than anything else. Not just loss, but emptiness. The fear that the later years of your life would become smaller, quieter, less meaningful. The fear that after all your effort, things would slowly fade instead of grow. But listen to me now. I do not finish lives in emptiness. I do not write endings in decline. I do not bring my children this far just to let their story shrink into silence. No, I complete what I begin. You have been measuring your future through the lens of the world. Retirement charts, economic reports, shifting systems that feel unstable. And yes, those things are real. Nearly 75% of people in your stage of life believe their best years are behind them. Nearly 60% feel invisible in world moving too fast for them. But you are not most people. You are seen. You are known. You are still called. What if I told you that what remains in your life carries more weight than what has already passed? That the wisdom you carry now is more valuable than the strength you had before? What if I told you that your later years are not for fading but for fulfillment? Listen carefully. The world measures world worth by speed, but I measure worth by depth. The world celebrates youth, but I establish purpose in maturity. The world overlooks you, but heaven is leaning closer to you. Everything you learned, every hardship you endured, every lesson you paid for with time, energy, and sacrifice, it was not just for survival, it was for positioning. Because now you see it differently. You discern faster, you value what truly matters. You no longer chase what once distracted you. This is not loss, this is power, and I am about to use it. There are conversations you will have that will change someone's direction. There will decisions you will make that will protect your peace in ways you never imagined. There are moments ahead that will feel like confirmation that nothing was wasted. Nothing. Not the long nights, not the financial pressure, not the silent sacrifices no one thanked you for. I was there, I recorded it, I honored it, and now I am responding to it. The next season will not look like constant striving. It will look like charity without confusion, provision without panic, peace without constant pressure. Yes, challenges will still exist, but they will not carry the same weight. because you will no longer face them the same way. You will face them with alignment, with wisdom, with a steadiness that only comes from walking with me. And hear this clearly: you are not running out of time, you are stepping into refined time. Time where distractions fall away, time where purpose becomes clear, time where what truly matters rises to the surface. This is not the end. This is the most intentional part of your life. So do not speak over your future with fear. Do not say it's too late. Do not say it's already decided. Do not say I missed my chance. No, your life is not closing. It is converging. Everything is coming together. Your experience, your lessons, your entrance, your faith, all of it is aligning into a season that is more focused, more meaningful, more peaceful than anything before it. But you must receive this. You must stop expecting decline and start preparing for alignment. You must stop bracing for loss and start opening for provision. You must stop assuming less and start believing for what I have already prepared. Because I am not limited by the systems you see failing. I am not restricted by the economy you hear about. I am not bound by the fears that surround you. I am your source, and your source has not changed. So stand firm now. Let your heart settle. Let your thoughts quiet.